Okay, 708. 2 3. 2 2 3 3. 8 9 5 3. Okay. Okay. 5 minutes. Just get on. Okay, we yep. All right. Heads up, eyes open, the fist clench. Y'all know what this is, how we do this, y'all. Let's get locked and loaded, y'all. We going straight into it. Freedom All Radio here, intellectual radio, y'all. Bear with us, as we say, cub with us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We coming in a little late, but quality time outweighs quantity time. So if y'all can, who don't know, call in number the cub in number with us is 708-223-8953, y'all. Again, 708 223-8953. Okay, so you say, okay, yeah, call, check back in with us again. Okay, I don't think my notifications popping up on Facebook, but we going straight into it. There's a lot happening. In addition to the cold weather here, Chicago, the Midwest area, but there's so much happening. You know, definitely on our hearts and minds, our people in Southern California in particular. Again, Southern California in particular, we are being updated and trying to get much information we can, blow by blow, in regards to what's happening to the fires that's happening in Southern California. And they say it's growing. I mean, it's not growing, moving intensely. And I kind of hesitate to say those words a lot of times because I have like a concern a lot of times when we hear terms like just growing, because it kind of gives like, because a lot of times we hear terms like, you know, fires, and a lot of us have been indoctrinated to think a lot of different dynamics, you know, natural disasters, so on and so forth. But my first mindset, you know what I'm saying? I mean, taking into account even taking into account the history regards to, I mean, not just this country, but, you know, let's go with this country. Even if it's directly or indirectly, you can never negate other elements that can be involved. We're talking about some, you know what I'm saying, situations that may seem as natural as the weather. But just, you know, taking to, you are familiar with such programs as the HARP. I think it's HAARP HARP program, which has been, you know, utilized in places such as Haiti. Think back to New Orleans. A lot of people refer to as Hurricane Katrina. We refer to, we looked at as we refer to as Hurricane America. Or even dynamics. I use an analogy. Like, you may look at something like the coca plant in Afghanistan, but when that capitalism cut, that chemically induced, or it's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about, how it could be mutation to that or crack. So, I don't we don't have all the details in regards to what's happening there. But I can say that even mainstream press accounts, they say it's moving intensely. It's moving intensely. I just seen my young brother DC Youngfly, who I missed the other day. I just seen he's in Africa. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit him up in a minute. Touchdown there, yes indeed. Free them all. Yes indeed. Oh, okay. Bring us to the speed. I wasn't even familiar. Hawaii. You know, yeah. Yes, okay, yeah. So I'm going to utilize the pen on, since some of our listeners, our listeners that we are fortunate to have. Any updates and information that you come across, please bring it in, and also call in. We don't have the blog talk up tonight, so not utilizing the 929 number. So you can call in at 708-223-8953. Let me make sure I get my memory correct too, because there's a few things can move in last minute. What else we have? Ooh, y'all, forgive me. I haven't had my coffee. Been moving nonstop. Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. That's something that I just came across last night. So definitely want to lean on forces too. Like even background history. I don't want. I don't want to say French. I forget that who. Because y'all gonna start. Amazing who colonized these respective areas. One second. Fremont, welcome to Fremont Radio.
Hey, this is the Inspiration from Wisconsin.
Okay, right on. Welcome to Fremont Radio. Yes, indeed. Right on for calling in. What's going on with you? How you feel? What's on your mind?
I feel blessed, brother. I feel blessed. I was just calling in to see what you guys were got going on. You told me to give
yeah. Well, I meant we moving last minute. I'm trying to. I'm going to my our guest to help me even out without today's flyer. I know we definitely discussed. We just coming in. We talking about what's happening in regards to California, and I think when I wasn't familiar with Hawaii. Someone just told me Hawaii also in regards to the fires. And I was LA, and one viewer just brought to our attention and said Hawaii. We also speak about what else we have. Trinidad was another subject matter we talking about this evening. The state of emergency, Trinidad, Tobago, and Haiti. Haiti. I just mentioned Haiti also in regards a minute ago about the HAARP, how the weather can be impacted. But the state of emergency that's been declared in Haiti, Trinidad, Tobago, and what else we case in Chicago, the West Suburban Hospitals. There was I don't know if we get any callers call in with this press conference in regards to the changing what's this term they use in the healthcare with the women, and this is the West Suburb. The women would not be able to get what's this term I just seen on Sister Crystal's page. It's a safety net hospitals. They changed it from actual hospitals, so they refer to these safety net hospitals. And with that, and I'm kind of shooting in the dark with this. With that redefinition of that term, it's something like it deprives the women from getting I think the doulas and they have to have a certain they won't be able to have the facilities for women going into labor and some other contradictions that were brought out. And so some of the demands that have been listed at West Suburban Hospital is that one, and immediately a number of elected officials and community members be able to come through and view what's going on inside the hospital. And I hope someone can call who can get who can better go into. Like I say, we was there in solidarity at the press conference, but I wanted to talk about this dynamic that was implemented at the Black Panther Party Free Medical Center, in particular under the tenure of Deputy Minister of Health Ronald Doc Satchel, which was the People's Advocate. The People's Advocate, and that the People's Advocate, a major task of the People's Advocate was to make sure that you would talk to with respect, you would you inform what's going on with your body. You'll say in layman's terms, make sure you would treat with respect. So that's another subject matter. And I pushed it on there also because it's something. Even though it's kind of late news to a lot of people, including myself. The contradiction is not Virginia. Someone help me out with this article that we just posted this morning. It actually went out in 2019. Oh, y'all forgetting. Where's my pen? This article strikes a nerve. Man, it's a case where the individual, the husband, was a sheriff, and the wife was a teacher. Oh man, can't turn my stomach to even talk about this case though. Be honest, you know what I'm saying? But hold on, I didn't post that up there. That's not on the flyer. That's not on the flyer. But I definitely want to touch about this because I want to correlate to something else. It's a case where this individual. Oh man, how could I not graphically describe this situation? Someone type it in. You'll see what this case. It's 2019. She's a teacher. They got convicted. She got 40 years. She's supposed to get 100 years. I suppose they're trying to bring her back out. You know, when the smoke settles. But it wasn't out of mainstream media about this case. The sexual sickness that was involved with this type, man. Y'all forgive me. Listen, this case. While I'm pulling this up, it's a case. This happened. I forget what this happened at, but there's another case where a nurse, she may be a CNA. She was exposed and taking these black children and literally breaking their bones. Yeah, this is. I'm moving around. Matter of fact, let me use this as my Google research right my phone. Y'all can still be helping me out looking for this. This is some of the subject matter we're gonna talk. I'm moving too fast. This phone is dead. I'm moving too fast. Hold on a second. Yeah, he was a policeman. There you go. Dennis and Cynthia Perkins. That's a case that I don't know if y'all familiar with. Dennis and Cynthia Perkins. I forgot what city this was in, but I think the students were in high school, Virginia. Yeah, and it's a real. Oh man, it's just see I can describe this what this contradiction was. It was exposed. It's been going since I think around 2019. She acknowledged, she admitted that she took his bodily fluids, and they placed it inside the like these cupcakes and the food. You know what I'm saying, that they were giving these children at this high school, and they fought it for some years, and then you know what I'm saying, she copped, and then she said that she was forced to by her husband. The politics of that though, she's a teacher, and he's a high rank, a lieutenant in the sheriff's department. And was it in Virginia? She's from Virginia. My eyesight get what's up? Okay, right on. Welcome, brother. Free My Radio. Yes, indeed. Says Selwyn Jones. Right on. Welcome, Free My Radio. Y'all feel free to call. Y'all can't call in on the 929 number because we don't have the 929 number up, but you also can call in your thoughts on 708-223 8953. And matter of fact, I'm supposed to be on a radio show also, I believe, with you this Sunday. OG Capone, tap in with that. Also, there's a couple of an event. I don't know if they confirm. I'm going to be speaking to that, and I don't know what's the situation. I think in Memphis, this the 20th. So once we get more information right there, we update y'all. Also in Memphis, and forgive me, brother. Earlier, I told someone this earlier, and I got Memphis and Mississippi mixed up. I said, forgive, I'm moving too fast. But also on the 22nd, the police for the beating of Tyree Nichols, they're said to be sentenced on the 22nd. That's in Memphis. That's the 22nd. So yeah, so y'all pull up these cases. The Trinidad and Tobago. That's what we're talking about. Some of the cases, the Daniel, Cynthia Perkins, and that's too light of a term. Sexual assaults. I don't know, man. And I want to stress these are children. So check that out. You know, so y'all comment y'all thoughts on that. And I know a lot of stuff that happened today. A lot of people was down in Springfield, Illinois today, so we'll see what's happening with that. And again, what's happening in Los Angeles, California, Los Angeles. Brought to my attention Hawaii. So we're moving kind of late last minute. I've been moving and grooving, y'all. I've not really settled down. I'm gonna sit my. I was having a discussion earlier. I got to give myself stability and sit down. I've been like living out of a suitcase, moving nonstop. I gotta sit down and get some stuff in place. We got a lottery to do. And the floor is open. The floor is open. So anything else you feel you want to comment on, feel free to tap in, or as we say, come in with us at 708-223-8953. And y'all forget, I'm used to about to say, almost mistakenly said 929 number. But again, call and tap in. Meantime, between time, got a call in queue. If you want, something particular you want no subject matter to put out, feel free or tap in on something. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me got the little sniffles here. 1 second. Speaking of, I got the sniffles, but hey, I was down last week. Be heads up too. They said there's some serious stuff going around now too. So be heads up out there. They say the mask season about to be re-implemented. Callers in queue. Anyone want to call in? Y'all feel free to tap in with us, y'all. Ask Brace, you want to know something you got going on, or why you called in? You want to add anything to tonight's program?
Hey, I was wondering, are the White Berets still up and running? You had told me to give a call in and ask the listeners, because you weren't sure. So I'm just putting that out to the air. Anybody has any information, hit me up on social media or here. Let it be known. But I'm just chilling tonight, man. I got my daughter upstairs and just kind of relaxing.
Right on.
So, I was just listening in.
I appreciate you calling in. I had the opportunity to meet you. Meet you at was it 3 weeks ago? It was 3 weeks ago at the poetry venue. I had to come in and out. They had me ripping and running last minute. Good venue.
Yes, sir.
You it's our inspiration. You based in Milwaukee?
I'm in Racine, Wisconsin.
Racine, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I go to Milwaukee a lot though.
Okay, and that was a good venue. Yeah, we have followed up. You touched bases with me, and this was throw this out there. I'm not familiar when you got the question was in regards to was like the White Berets, and I said I'm not familiar of what I'm saying, status active with the case. So anyone that can speak to that, please feel free to, I know we both with the that discussion with some other forces earlier. We supposed to be on this is kind of trigger my memory in regards to the Rainbow Coalition with the Young Patriots, Young Lords, and the various free organizations. We supposed to be doing this, tying in with the tour. The president of Rainbow Coalition, we supposed to be doing a tour showing the movie Judas and the Black Messiahs, coming to a location, a jail, a prison, a school near you, so we keep y'all abreast on that. But in particular, go ahead, call.
I was just saying that'd be nice. That keep me in the loop when you guys come.
Oh yeah, and help us out again. It might get any people that so they can help facilitate their different respective cities and locations. We just showed it in Fishkill prison. I think about a month ago. Now I still haven't come down from that. That was a Fishkill prison in New York. Myself, Daniel Kaluuya, Shaka King, Cassandra Greer. We when it's inside the prison. I got to respond to those letters. They've been writing the letters who've been coming from the prison. I got to respond to those letters. Yeah, I got to respond to those letters. But we want to hit the barbershops. the beauty shops, the schools, the mosques, you name it. We want to get this out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 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 So y'all utilize our resource and contact somebody. You know what I'm saying? Any confirmation in regards to the white berets, feel free to call and tap in with us. What else we have? Erica would say 4 different viruses at once is crazy. You know? Norovirus, COVID, flu, and RSV. Man, these it's like it's. I said the coronavirus stuff like capitalism. It can make shit dormant for a minute, but it can rename itself or adapt to whatever medication or defense mechanism you put up, and come back again. So, yes, indeed. So while we waiting on that, anybody get any status in regards to the coronavirus? Excuse me. I moved too fast. Forgive me. I haven't had my coffee either. The white berets. Y'all feel free to tap in and call in with us though. And I'm waiting on this confirmation in regards of I be in Memphis or not this weekend, so we didn't know that. Yeah. And then again, Tyree Nichols, for those who don't familiar that case, that's the case. The 4 or 5 at least. Police in Memphis, the beat his brother to death, and they're supposed to be sentenced on the 22nd. So that's in Memphis this 22nd. So we'll let y'all keep y'all posted from that or not. Yeah, yes indeed. Yes. I mean, I heard it's getting real bad. Yeah, right. Yeah. So trying to stay teased. Garlic up, but man, yeah. Thanks. So y'all, y'all feel. I know what I want to talk about. I was on the subject matter too. I went on that too. Yeah, I can't. Sports. Well, let me preface with this. Well, put in context. I think January 4th, 2025, the city of Chicago acknowledged is Derrick Rose Day. Derrick Rose Day. I'm really not too much. I'm not really like like this big. I'm really not too deep into sports, but everything is political. And I've had issues like even like taking like sports. I've seen how like so many different dynamics it can be utilized as a tactic to sidetrack certain conversations that we have to address. And that could be that can be assessed in so many different arenas. But what I mean by that is I recall one particular camp. I remember they had these things they refer to as a clean wing contest. And the clean wing contest was they would get people caught up with this whole excitement about who's going to have the most cleanest wing in the prison, and then whoever would have the cleanest wing, they would be able to get a big TV, popcorn, watch the Super Bowl, and so on and so forth. And there's one particular year, I was inside the jail in isolation, like in many cases. And I got a report back to isolation. There was a big thing that this one force was organized, and the force that was organizing, he was pretty politically articulate. I'll put it that way. And he was, and I said, well, wait a minute. I said, man, all these beat downs going down in the prison. What did he mean? Let's explain. Give me what they mean, clean wing. I said we have no issue. They talking about just making sure no germs. But it was the beautified, and then the politics of it was at the time that the people from Springfield, which is the capital of Illinois, they were coming down doing these tours and everything. So here you have these prisoners beautifying the gas chambers, beautifying the prison. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. And it's known even to the administration, but it says that they come in, everybody happy, and they come in, and so they're able to maintain this class peace that okay, they cool, So I remember some struggles with that, and I've seen so many cases how they would, like doing, they would use it, like doing different big games, Super Bowls, playoffs, so on and so forth. So with that being said, but still as a certain people, we gotta still I got, I'm a realist. I know certain, gotta be in tune with certain dynamics. And I almost busted out of busted a vessel, a blood vessel the other day. I was mentioning, I don't want to say this sound like I'm being subjective, but the deal was about Derrick Rose getting this day, and an individual said something to me like, I don't understand what's the big deal. Why would he, they even acknowledge Derrick Rose? Now, and so I said, well, I ain't really, copping no pleas like nobody else, but I do know this about Derrick Rose. I say, in my arena, I said, there's been a number of funerals I've been to. I spoke, and I know he has come in on the low without, no big fanfare. He's assisted, maybe, the issues. He didn't go for chasing no cameras, none of that. I said, I know that for a fact. And the response kind of blew me, because the response was something to the effect that, what about Michael Jordan? I said, who? I was like, man, Michael Jordan might probably get upset if you even mention it. I can't see Michael Jordan even bringing this child on the west side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Then they went further and said, well, other people like Shaquille O'Neal, I said, you need to call Amazon, order a shovel, because you steady digging a hole. I said, shit, you told anyone these people connected, Magic Johnson, mentioned. I said, one thing Donald Sterling said, who's on the Clippers, he said, well, this and that. Donald Sterling said, hey, man, dig. He said he ain't got no respect for none of them. He said, what has Magic Johnson done for y'all community? And someone got saying something like, well, people as usual, they got this business. He said, no, for your community. Then Donald Sterling went as far as to say, hey, we don't even loan nobody in our own community no money with no interest. It's excuse me, he said, we loan them money, we give them no interest loans. In fact, that's the first time I even heard of that term, no interest loans. And I said, damn, that's a hell of a point he made. But and I think back, even the connection to the community, and I say even that clip of the other night, that one clip with him and his sons at the Bulls Stadium, that alone, I mean, you could have how it just even acknowledge us, because especially with a lot of these, for lack of better terms, gladiators. I say that term because you look back, how historically how Rome and other entities, in particular Rome, had utilized the sports arenas, entertainment arena. Like even Rome had a special gallery. They designed it where the entertainers would come straight down this particular gallery. Rome had an edict where they would say, increase the games. And increase the games was an edict that was implemented when, say, certain amount of Roman centuries, the soldiers were out conquering other lands, and they had a concern that the peasants were uprising. And said, well, let's move now, because Caesar's a little short on men, Pharaoh's a little short. So they would say increase the entertainment was kind of like in that movie 12 Years a Slave, when they were taking the sister's baby. He told the violin player, he said, man, play more music, entertain them more. And so this has been like the politics, and there are different periods in history where you see like different dynamics. We've seen like in the late 60s, the revolutionary period, with forces such as Muhammad Ali, and others, take particular stands. In fact, when Muhammad Ali, when the whole present dynamic about Vietnam, Muhammad Ali was paraphrased saying, I'm not going across seas to kill no yellow man from a white man who ain't never called me nigga. And so even to take a position in that was a revolutionary leap for for athlete. So fast forward, you can look at in fact they had showed Shaquille O'Neal's contract some years back, and it was mind blowing to a lot of people. Like even his own family members, if they had some convictions of felonies, they couldn't associate with them, And these are different guardrails that are put up to take you disconnected from the community. And what I've seen, Derrick Rose, to at least connect to the community, So I just want that's really we're going to talk about this whole dynamic. But it boils down to, I said, whether it be the Chicago Bulls or the Black Panther Party, this race and class contradiction, where certain people are placed in front of us to be our spokespersons, they have a psychological profile on the people, where they know what to trigger you, even down to the physical attributes, what triggers you, But who do you relate to? How do you relate to him? So that was a big discussion about Derrick Rose, who, like I said, I've seen a number, and you'll be surprised. They tell him do not connect to the community. Man, he came. Man, it was a few funerals. I mean, one funeral in particular, on south side of Chicago, and I remember this one. In fact, this is a scene. This one of the first. So it was big. This before if you think back, you recall not too the distant past, not too long ago. They would tell you couldn't even film the police. Going live was a big thing. It was a big thing about this young brother who got killed literally going live. So it was so social media just saying going live was just like groundbreaking. And this young lady had got murdered on 55th and Morgan, south side of Chicago. And I knew the family, I knew the father, and we ended up going to the funeral services. And I remember, saying without any fanfare, Derrick Rose coming up in there, saying, and got the word, number of the funerals he helped make, he covered, made it happen. But I recall speaking to those youth that day, because I went up there and they was like, man, he ain't no pastor, how is he speaking? It's just Chairman Fred. And I remember talking to those youngsters, but I also remember the impact, with Derrick Rose relating to him. And so I wanted to point it out. So I almost bust a blood vessel. When she in defense, they was naming people like again Michael Jordan. I'm like, what? These people who have no connection, to our respective communities, and so not whether it be our movements, whether it be our music, whatever the case may be. The ruling class tells you who you should honor, who you should, and I tell you, the pickers be real grim, real short. But again, I just, what I know about this brother, what I've seen is a situation, man. Right on, brother, to Derrick Rose, right on to him. Monte in the building, free them all. Yes, indeed. Y'all feel free to let me know if you have any questions or comments. We talk about a number of different things. We touched on there's not just on Derrick Rose Day. Y'all feel free to call in, tap in at 708-223-8953. I guess I'm doing these movie reviews. I've been saying this for the last several years. I got to watch some interesting. I recommend. I think last time I took 2 weeks ago, this show Madness. Recommend y'all see that. Something else I watched the other day. It was very. In fact, I rewatched the movie with Daniel Kaluuya in it about the cartel, the drug cartel. I can't recall the name of it, but Silica. That's the name of it. It's on Tubi. Yeah, I recommend y'all check that out also. Y'all see I'm a little sluggish. Forgive me or bear with me, but we say cub with me though. Any questions or comments, y'all feel free. Yes, indeed. Let us know. Questions or comments about what we're talking about today. Subject matter. We might break up a little early today. We got a whole bunch of moving to do. Any questions, comments, input by stuff we have, send the stuff that we have on today's flyer, or just any stuff you want to bring, you like to bring up. Feel free. Whew.
I gotta go ahead and get off the line here, boss.
Hey, we appreciate you calling in, man. We appreciate you calling in. I ask Rich, you want to give any contact information, events you got going on? You want to lay out anything?
Yeah, well, you can reach me through Facebook under Craig Larson, CraigLarson. I'm on there with my stepfather and my dad, Father's Day pick. You can hit me up in the messenger. I do have an event going on the 15th, which is next Wednesday, and that's a comedy and poetry show, bringing up Smitty the Fool from Chicago, Daryl the Real Deal from Gary, Indiana, and then comedian Tez from Milwaukee. Looking forward to that.
Right on.
Just staying busy with the snow. I do snow removal, so.
Okay.
So I gotta go out tonight and scrape some ice and throw some salt down on a helicopter pad at the
We ain't get hit that much of the snow. I seen St. Louis. I seen St. Louis today, but we get hit with the cold. We ain't see. Yeah, but we ain't see. We ain't get knock on wood. We ain't get hit as hard with the snow. We got that cold though.
Yeah, even Kansas City and all that's getting hit. You know, that vortex came down, and
Yeah.
you know, it's hard to predict. You know, the weather when the vortex is around. So
Yeah.
y'all have a blessed evening.
You as well, man. We're gonna be keeping you abreast. We're gonna have some Tiny Desk concerts coming up at the Hampton House. So we definitely keep you abreast. It was good to meet you, man. Look forward to following up with you, man. And I appreciate you calling in. Any updates regards to the White Berets, we definitely gonna keep relay that information to you.
I appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate you as well.
All right.
Right on. Peace. We live and direct, y'all. We moving in. Today's calling number, excuse me. 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Forgive me, we're not on the blog talk tonight. You know what I'm saying? We live on Facebook, we live on YouTube. Excuse me. Forgive me. And we live on Instagram. But you can call in at 708-223-8953. We talking about what's happening in California with the fire, Southern California, particularly. So checking your loved ones. See what's happening with them. We talking that case of Cynthia and Derek Perkins. Man, turn your stomach, Jack. You know, turn your stomach. Yeah. Type it in, you know, so you don't know about that case. Oh, yes. Today is Noble Drew Ali's birthday. Okay, yeah, I got a phone call earlier. They have an event over there on 65th and Great in the Green. Yeah, no doubt. Happy birthday, right yet. Noble Drew Ali, no doubt. Yes, indeed. And we talking about the case. What else we talking about? Whew. Brain drawing a blank. It'll come to me 1 minute. But in the meantime, between time, y'all feel free to call in, club in with us. Y'all tap in 708-223-8953. What it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Forgive me. I'll put out some coffee. Got to do better. Fremont, welcome to Fremont Radio. Y'all forgive me, I done messed up. Call back if y'all can. Y'all call back. I done messed up. Right on. Okay. New Orleans. There's so many operations going on. We touched on last week about New Orleans, right? Down by the French Quarters. And I said you always put something in context. We talk about even when they first was Hurricane Katrina, we call Hurricane America. Talking about even the dynamic about the French Quarters. Excuse me, the people in Ninth Ward in particular, black people said they heard the levees being blown up. And you look at a lot of times, they said the first thing you look for on the crime scene is who benefited. But New Orleans, one point that they brought up in regards, I can't recall the individual's name who they say supposed that done the action. I can't recall his name, but what is it? Lobbies, like the post where it blocks the vehicle from coming in. That's not lobbies. It's some term they use, but they're saying that there were nothing to hinder him or anyone coming, driving up in there, and they knew this was going a day before a big day, and they said, "Why then you have these posts or lobbies up, to hinder or stop somebody coming doing that?" And they said they would take them to get repaired. I said, dig that. Yeah. I know there's lobbies or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, had MJG A-Ball say fresher than Colgate deep in the Watergate. Yes. Fresher than Colgate deep in the Watergate. Straight. So you're right. Call us. I miss your call. Feel free to call back in with us at 708-223-8953. Oh, forgive me. Oh, I feel, man, forgive me. Y'all forgive me. Bollards. That was the name of it. the Bartlett's supposed to have been blocking them in New Orleans, and they said, well, why wasn't he put up? They said, well, they was doing it to repair them or something. So yeah, you look at the timing. Yeah, let me try this. I know I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Fremont Radio. Hello. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to put you on speakerphone. If I call back, if I drop you. Okay, Carla. You still there, Carla?
Yes.
Okay, welcome to Fremont Radio.
All right. How I feel like regarding everything, like if it's not really, it don't necessarily have to be beneficial, but if it's not to our liking, to build a community up or build the ones around us to succeed, then there's no need in like giving our energy to that.
Give me a little more clarification. To put more context for me. Okay, what issue in particular are you speaking about?
Everything like in general.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in general, like our communities, our nation as one.
Mm-hmm.
Each and every race. Because it's not about us, it's about the ones that come after us. And see, I'm nothing but 25 years of age, big brother. I'm straight out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I've been the one that keep on replying for the number.
Say it again, brother. You what? What'd you say about the number? What did you say about the number?
Yeah, I was the one that kept replying, asking for the number to come in.
Oh, okay. Well, we're glad you called in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a lot of more topics that you be discussing that I feel free to open up to as well for you about.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead. Phone is open.
For the most part, the topics you have discussed, I mean, I have thought about it. I still think about it a lot. A lot of things, really, as far as our nation, our community, schools, and what's to come.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Give me a one water break. 1 minute. So what's your thoughts in regards to the case we talked about the nurse or the registered nurse breaking the bones of the black babies? They say when they researched it, they were initially all black male babies. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is okay. A baby that a nurse that breaking the bones of a black baby, like someone has to see the paperwork of like the doctor. There's more than one doctor that see your paperwork, and there's also more than one nurse or doctor that like come in to like see you or check on you. So them like reviewing each and every day paperwork, someone had to been noticed from like the very first couple of babies, and they just let it continue and go on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the record, this is a white nurse, and these are black infants. They were black infants, and all. They were up until recently, they were all black male infants, and they say because the thought pattern say she may have done another race of babies as the state, as the people got hip to what she was doing. Yeah, black infants. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like we have to protect our babies, let alone the future of the black community, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're more powerful than we think, and it would take us as one to y'all really are great.
Well, man, brother, this is some of the things we want to touch on, tap on, you know what I'm saying? Stay tapping in with us. Yes, indeed. Fremont Radio. Oh, y'all forgive me on Facebook. I done missed a lot of this.
My name is Michael Solomon. I am on Facebook at Michael Solomon. My Instagram is Lil Mike. Solid. I'm an artist. I'm not just an artist. I'm a poet. I'm a lyricist. And so thank you, brother.
We thank you for calling in, brother. Y'all stay tapped in with us. We live and direct on Freedom All Radio. And I'll click over. Freedom All, welcome to Freedom All Radio.
Hey, Chairman.
Yes.
How you doing, brother? This is D. Lorenzo.
I'm well. Say it again. Remember who this is again? Say it one more time.
Huh?
I say I'm doing well. Welcome to Freedom All Radio. Who am I speaking with again, please?
This is D. Lorenzo from the east side of Chicago.
Okay. Welcome, brother. Welcome to Freedom All Radio. What's on your mind? Hold on, man. Let me get a bottle of water. Okay. I can hear you. Go ahead, brother. Proceed, brother.
So I'm 25 years old. I grew up in Chicago, but I moved around a little bit. And I just wanted to ask you, brother, in reference to the revolution as well, like, I wanted to ask you on the topic of, like, dealing with anger as a young black man within this revolution, you feel me? Because I know that you had to deal with that at some point in your past, you know what I'm saying? Understanding the history, you know? I just was wondering, like, what you would say about that experience as a young black man, just trying to control all the emotions that come with this, you know?
So your first time caller, brother?
Yep.
Thank you for calling Freedom On Radio. You know, it's interesting. I don't get to watch too many movies. The last couple of days, I was sitting down. I was like, man, when a few weeks ago also, but this time I got to catch these independent movies, and it was this movie called A Blueprint that was made in Chicago. Matter of fact, I said, wow, I'll watch this movie and check it out too. It's an independent movie made in Chicago, and I think it came on that channel. I think they called it Black Heritage or something like that. And I seen the color. They had Queen Zykia, Dorothy Holmes, whose son was murdered by the police. They was in this movie, but it's about this brother. I think he may have been playing when he was about 25 years old, and it was something. The basic day-to-day struggles, because they were showing him and this guy, they playing basketball. Then the brother, his friend got killed. The police had murdered this guy, his friend, and it was just showing the different struggles. You know, saying he was going through, and how difficult it was to articulate. You know, like, you know, he had some forces around. Like, man, we gotta go. You know, we gotta do this. We gotta go. You know, we gotta get down. You know what I'm saying? Then he was, you know, it showed you the stage and confused, the impact, like the difficulties in his relationship. He was trying to raise his 2 children. He on the way back from the store, he got stuck. Another cat had stuck him up. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, and he tried to explain to his mother how difficult it was to, you know, to articulate the struggles he was going through. And it's one thing to go through these dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to always say about those. You know, saying this before, I guess it's kind of me being able to politically some of these different lines. But I say, if you listen to a lot of our people, they're concerned on like people got access to resources, to give them resources, but just to acknowledge our pain. And so it breeds the anger, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know, whether it be the black man or the black woman, it's always relegated to, oh, you the angry black, you just mad to be mad. I suggest this. What I found, this, you know, this aid, you know, and this aided me with that balance. You know what I'm saying? It motivates me. You know, what I'm saying, to come from not a reactionary way of studying our people and have a love for our people, love, you know what I'm saying, for who I am, love for who we are, and And that's more of a guiding force. It almost sounds cliches, you know what I'm saying, or abstract, you know what I'm saying? But like you hear me use terms sometimes like revolutionary love, and that ups the ante to put more because terms like community love, it gets so watered down. What with us as a colonized people, but like people say, well, how do you feel seeing images of your father who was assassinated by the government, via the Chicago Police Department and other law enforcement agencies? To put stuff in context, I said, well, before even seeing the assassination, I the respect, the love and respect I have for him, for the Black Panther Party, what they did, that's a different feeling. I see, like you see certain a lot of people are reactionaries. Was a term the Black Panther Party was called jackanapes. Jackanapes would say they didn't really give a fuck about the people or the police. And like what I'm saying, like you look at different, like let's use a street organization for analogy. Some may fight just out of a disdain or a hatred for what they refer to as the opposition, you know what I'm saying? But you see a different dynamic when cats have actual love for their respective ideology, how it impacts them. And you know what I'm saying, that dynamic in our ways, you can see the difference. So to study and to know who we are, you know what I'm saying, I mean, flaws and all, like a relationship. But not, you know what I'm saying, but not to the same degree, but to know that, I mean, like, you know, so a lot of people, I show a lot of people, they don't even know, I tell you, you'll be surprised when people that you think are Black are not Black. I'm like really, you know. In fact, that was a struggle, you know what I'm saying, I was having in regards to someone that raised the question about Derrick Rose, and I said, man, I see this brother here. I say if nothing else, he connects to our respective communities. And they were throwing people like Michael Jordan. So them people they don't even, you can look at them, they don't even know us. You'll have no connect to us. So just back to the question at hand, that anger dynamic. And I don't want to position myself like I'm we at the psychiatrist table, nothing like that. But I've seen just a knowing and not in a reactionary way, even so it makes when you look at the flaws in our community and the principal factors, the principal dynamics, it impacts you different. I was having a discussion earlier, and someone asked me about in regards to Minister Dr. Huey P. Newton, and they was asking, well, regards to the drug usage. I said, well, let's okay, let's have a discussion. I say, you put in context of the time and the conditions, all of it. I say, I can't tell you how many times I've been so upset. I said, man, I said, whoo, it's a burden to have a brain. It's a burden to have a brain. Just a burden, even in addition to have a love for our people. And sometimes you wonder, is ignorance a business? You know what I'm saying? You want to say, was it better not to know? But then you put in the context of that time. See, a lot of people play Monday morning quarterback, live back in the drug use, so on and so forth. When it was going down, how common it was. I say, man, it's like people can be judgmental, in certain dynamics. I say it's kind of like a lot of younger generation now. How common the term, like the pills, the Percocet, and the fentanyl, how common it is. Now, outside looking in, a lot of people are detached. They think like a lot of people think these children just, like smoking reefer, weed. Now I say, no, that train. I mean, that train has left the building. I say, they got commercials that they pushing the Percocet and other forms of chemical biological warfare, and so it helps you balance stuff to say to struggle against subjectivity. In other words, like I'm the only one going through this shit. Like I was watching that movie Blueprint with that brother I mentioned earlier, and I can, in so many ways, you can correlate to what he's going through. Going to the store. You know what I'm saying? In relationship, it's hard to be on a plantation and even maintain it relationships, mention who you are, because every day this system is trying to chip away at your manhood, your womanhood, your childhood, your humanity, who you are. You know what I'm saying? Every day, it's a constant attack on you, and you can if you don't know, like, not in a pessimist way or demoralized way. What it's designed to do. This is somebody say, well, the system is broken. Oh, this is designed to break us. Prisons are not for rehabilitation. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have very few disappointments. Like, you come through, say, man, like, kind of like that Bible analogy. They say, man, the snake, the guy, they say to the person, they took the snake to the house, and the snake bit him. They was like surprised. This is what they do. This is, you know what I'm saying? This system, you know what I'm saying? look at the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Look at the, you know, like man, even the legacy of the Black Panther Party. They are you see certain dynamics. You say, oh, this is designed for this here, and we heighten the contradictions. We recognize a weakness with this system is, an Achilles heel with is, it don't want you to know a design for that. You know what I'm saying? It want to sell you this snake oil, like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone who works hard, so on and so forth, can make it. But you heighten those contradictions, and you're nipping the bud out of those surprises, and you see certain, like I said something the other day. I said, I wonder why people always fight the politics. I said, what do you mean by that? A lot of people are trying to do subjective assessments, like, I mean, and this is no. I believe that there are the truths to certain, certain dynamics about, astrology and different, but it has its limitations. Because on this plantation, politics trumps all of that. And if you really look at, I take an honest, objective analysis of where we at, you know what I'm saying? We really didn't. I mean, it's still slavery. I'm telling you. I mean, you have bucks, you have bed winches, winches. You know what I'm saying? And with people who you know what I'm saying, in certain periods of time, it's moved so smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like a car, it's so well oiled that you don't recognize it. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear it, but at the time it's grinding steel. It's chipping away at people's humanity. You know what I'm saying? It's certain dynamics that may be dormant, but it's there. When you look at it with a political analogy, I'm kind of hesitant to say that word. A lot of people run from that word. We talk to don't acknowledge nothing's political, but to acknowledge that and say, man, and a love, and like I say, and that's something that on the plantation, which is some other people are taught to take advantage of it or to exploit that. You know what I'm saying? So you hear me see again the term revolutionary love. So don't get it twisted. We love the people. I give examples which Chairman Fred told them before. We're gonna have a free breakfast program. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, parents, they don't know they still do it now. Parents will tell us we was growing up. Oh, and comedians make joke about it, like, what you mean, mother? Say, I'm whooping you because I love you. And logically, like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But what for the greater good? You know what I'm saying? And to be able to see that, to be able to see certain moves that we have to do, you know what I'm saying, moves that we can't do, and you know what I'm saying, and also my energy, like, do I like sometimes people like like they get like you get angry, like you get watch your emotions, you kind of facilitating other people that you thought they'd do something different. Like DMX had this saying, DMX would say, trust people to be themselves. And a lot of times the writing is on the wall. And also don't look at things like you meet people, you know what I'm saying? The old folks was on something. They would say, man, let me meet their parents. You're like, well, meet their parents for what? That's even what dog breeders do that. They, you know what I'm saying? Let me see where you come from. So a lot of times you can see it before it get there. Say, okay, you listen to people. Like when I was a youngster, I said, man, I'd rather catch a misdemeanor with them before forcing to a felony with them to see where they at. You know what I'm saying? And then don't take you struggle. We say struggle against subjectivity. Subjective, like it's me and I. If this, like whether it's infidelity, whether it's somebody crossing you or so, it's something that, like say on the street, some cats they betray you. Don't always take it as something against you. You know what I'm saying? There's a outside world conditions. Chairman Mao Zedong said one of the bourgeoisie, and we add on the petty bourgeoisie characteristics of is so you think everything happened good is because of you, and everything happened bad is because of you. There are certain dynamics that, like I said, even how we view politics, how you view beauty, like I said, back to how you view right of your morality. I'm saying, and certain things people will do, you'll get angry. Your anger, I'm saying, like as opposed to this, a machine set up a certain dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like even whether it be something that you may see as minute, you tracking a bus down, and the bus pulls off. It's a machine that's been put in place that's breed a certain psyche with to certain individuals. Like you got to check in. The supervisor's gonna catch you up. You know what I'm saying? Before you disconnected. Like they don't even care. It's a lack of empathy that the trickle down impact can impact your job, your ability to feed your family, so on and so forth. But it's kind of like this, not to take these. Don't dismiss those hits. But like they say, I think in Taekwondo, in martial arts, it's the way they train you when you hit, that the hits spread over the body, as opposed to taking, you taking it just that one party body hurts harder. And so we say the people's pain reflects. The people's pain reflects. That you be able to you tap until you can relate to our people who who don't even know. Like you see other communities, something may happen. There's a big storm or something hit. To be able to connect with them and vice versa. So you open the door for that and have an objective viewpoint that aid and assist. That again, this ain't no panacea I'm trying to push because I believe me. My mother comrade, she would crack on me sometimes. So she say, "Here you go." She said, "You and chairman, y'all had sometimes y'all upset about something like you come in like a whirlwind. You can feel the energy with you. You know what I'm saying?" And but the guide and dynamic of that is having the love for the people. You know what I'm saying? And also to be able to distinguish who the people are, and that's just not no abstract top of the deck way, you know what I'm saying? No top official way. It's just under contested conditions, a lot of people can suffice with just, that person black, or that's my, that's my homie. No, you listen to him, you study him, and you welcome contested conditions. So you know what I'm saying? That'll slim down the numbers and odds for you to be disappointed. You go, like I said, I'm getting in close. I'm giving this example about these dogs. We got these Hampton House hounds, and it's certain things the Rottweiler do. You know what I'm saying? I said this is how they operate. Now Cane Corsa, now I just be upset like, damn, this damn dog and tore this up, dog and chewed this up, tore this up, kicked down this door, and then I started looking at other Cane Corsas. I started having other discussion with people. They say, "Oh yeah, man, the Cane Corsa, man, in Europe they would use them. They would put these sheaths, these knives on their backs. And they were in war. They would run them against up under the other horses. They would cut up under their other horses' stomachs. You know what I'm saying?" I said, "Whoa, this their nature. This is what they do. It's certain communities. You meet people. It's not to be that you people say, are you racist or prejudiced? It's you take into account, who am I dealing with? Take into account their race, take into account their class, take into account their history, and say, okay, now how can I navigate this? How can I move around? You know what I'm saying? How can I move accordingly? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You take into account what you're saying, that what community am I in? How do the ruling class see me? So we're colonized. What is the role of the police? What is it? Like I said, this thing about this case is type this in. Perkins. This dude was a sheriff, and she's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? These are positions of authority. Why the media won't? They say I think it's Louisiana. They won't touch on them being black. So you have to be able to say, man, it's a concerted effort. But not technology, it's a concerted. Who wins? If they're saying my anger. Do I check my emotions? Do I allow my emotions? Do I check my emotions? Do my emotions check me? Am I playing to win, or I'm just playing to get some? Sometimes people just want to get this one event, want to release some energy. In certain moves, I tell people that we going through a lot of struggles. But even the legacy of the Black Panther Party, people who entities who are bigger, who are trying to hijack this legacy, and they, and they grab some folks who are naive. They grab some individuals. Sister Carmen, she said, "Cham, who your patience?" And I said, "I'm playing for the bigger picture. I mean, as information that I've, saying, as I owe it to the people or to future generations. Say no, this is something that happens in I can correlate it to the music industry. I can see the Drakes in the movement. You can see this is something common. You see, you know what I'm saying? You can say, man, you pick your move. Look at Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? But look, you can see he acknowledged the contradictions. Look how he dealt with them contradictions. Look how he heightened those contradictions. Look at me. How much sanity. How to put in context the historical contradictions of the music industry. How he combated the liberalism to see how certain forces they don't even know actively that they align with the ruling class. You know what I'm saying? But when you heighten the contradiction, it ain't personal. You see, and they themselves and say, man, yeah, I see it in. So what you attract to, the bigger picture. You with me, little brother? Caller still with me? I lost the caller. Well, call up. Hey, I know I went there. I'm gonna call back. Okay, call back. You kind of struck some thoughts in me. I kind of went there. You guys only ask you a question. You're like, damn. You going through some yeah, going through some things. Yes, indeed. Y'all feel free to call in. What is it? 708-223-8953. Excuse me. I know I missed a few questions on here. Good comments. I don't know if that's you, Colin. Ooh. Thank you. Right on. Thank you for the call. It's a lot of announcements. I know I'm forgetting to mention y'all that's going on, but like I said, we working on getting stuff set up. I got a brother, hope he's listening. He says he's gonna I want him to be, I told him, I said, I want you to study these brothers who got this OG episode, Original Gentleman. I said, I want you to be my film guy to follow. And brother said, oh man, I'm gonna do what you try. I said, yeah, sound good. It's my venue, what's the number? 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Pastor David, 708-223. Let me make sure this phone hung up first, y'all. Okay, I guess 708-223-8953. And I was talking. I don't know if y'all seen the episodes, or some of the episodes of Original Gentleman. And as a freedom fighter, I have to break. Let's check the episodes out. You know, I mean, I want something from our perspective, saying to be able to do this, but you know, and it's not. You have to have a climate. When you use the term like revolutionary climate, where people can even appreciate or not or take. Because a lot of times, I'll tell people a lot of times, some people they're like, they're not ignoring you. They can't hear. They really can't. A lot of people don't even know, cannot relate to what a servant is. If they see you doing something, I mean, you a Vic, you a slave. You know what I'm saying? It can be premature. It's like, you know, it's no concept, you know, like, and that's difficult to explain. Like, some cats they have an idea what a hustler is, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, different venues, but that of a revolutionary it's something that a lot of people have no frame of reference. You know, when I was in that commitment, but Bilal Sonny Ali, I wanted to really interview him before he passed, before he made his transition. I didn't get to do it. And I'm looking forward to time for it to come, you know what I'm saying, we can have these type of conversations, you know. But those different stages are necessary to be able to relate to that. Y'all feel free. We live direct on Freedom on Radio at 770-822-8953. Yeah, like people. That's what I'm saying. That sometimes I hold back on even using terms like politics, because a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth when they hear that. They can't distinguish electoral politics from politics. You know what I'm saying? And you could. A lot of times people just say, "Well, just tell them, the chairman, you got to." It's not that simple. I just a lot of times just say, "Bless your heart, bless their heart." It's not that simple, you know. And I think back on things I've drew as a foregone conclusion that people may know, and I, kind of found out that they don't know. You know, it's a podcast called PBD, and they talk to different entities with the mafioso. You know, and the mafioso, and like, you know, and how it's certain things they can understand with each other. And that's the dynamic, you know what I'm saying, to be able to relate, you know what I'm saying. It's like, I say, sometimes I have to beat myself, like, why does this person don't understand this? I say, Puffy could never, Tupac could never explain principle to Puffy. You know what I'm saying? It's no frame of reference, no, you know what I'm saying, no lineage of that, you know, with Puffy. You know what I'm saying? Different dynamic. What you can do is get forced to respect it. That's it. You respect it. Love and respect, my brother. Yes, indeed. So you walk in the building. Yes, indeed, my sister. Free them all. Yes, indeed. The Overstreet building. Yes, indeed. Free them all. Love and respect, my brother. No doubt about it. We got to follow up on a number of different things. Yes, indeed. Y'all, love and respect to everybody who I missed. I did do not charge it to my heart, y'all. We talking about a number of different things again. Those in California, what's happening. The upcoming sentencing hearing for the police who killed Tyree Nichol in Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah. Dead Rose Day. Joseph Williams, free them all, my brother. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, young man. Keep doing what it do. We're proud of you. Love you right back, bro. Yes, indeed, little brother. Love you right back. Oh, okay. I'm glad you mentioned. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, so okay, let's. So I mentioned German King. I get a lot of respect. Okay, now in the mood of dates around so much of Dr. King's assassination. I'm with one of the greatest orators of the country. Listen, okay, yeah. So to be acknowledged on the 20th. Okay, but Dr. King's, yes, birthday is coming up, and I'm gonna say this about Dr. King. You go back and listen. You do some research on some of the actual speeches, and you say, man, why do the system intentionally let them tell you this man was he was a one-hit wonder. Once, I have a dream with that, bam, wham, bam, thank you, man. That's all they give you. But go back and cut the fat from the meat, and see some of the different dynamics. You know what I'm saying? The speeches in regards, right before they assassinated him. Yeah. Look at the book by William Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, what you mean assassinated? I said, he give us this whole white guys, across the hotel, just having to be there. He haven't had this rifle, look at the window, had a shot, hit Dr. King. I mean, it makes so much logic. Some white cat riding around, in the middle of the wintertime with a sled, and Rudolph and some more reindeers, just slide through the chimney, just drop you some toys. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, the rubber meets the road. So wait a minute, this is not logical. You know what I'm saying? And you look at, like I said, before, criminal psychologist says you go to crime scene, you look at who benefits, and you look at the dynamic. The impact. The questions. That Dr. King, was speaking about. At that time period, and also even in addition to that, just alone, the ability to even organize. You know what I'm saying? I said this. I mean, that's what I was saying the other day about even. I mean, not put them in the same category, but in fact, Dr. King's this FBI file, they said that. They actually said that. They said at the moment he would change his nonviolent, passive type ideology, but they recognize his ability, and they, saying you don't. That's a problem. I was saying like even not in the same context with Derrick Rose, just even to connect with our people. You know what I'm saying? They see it as a problem. That's it's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. And people have been took out for less than that. You know what I'm saying? Less than that. You have to, what I'm saying? You just, what I'm saying? Just like, I said, it's an actual term. It's what men, it's actual like chemical, pheromones. Like, so pheromones, it's a certain scent when you walk around, you know what I'm saying? And children, people, they pick it up. It's a certain, with that you release. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, who in the building? You know what I'm saying? And it's certain and it could be detrimental. You can smell it and say, "Oh, this is a problem." You know what I'm saying? Certain people walk in the room, they say, "Oh, had the China bull in the building, bulls in the building," and that doesn't serve an interest of the ruling class. You know what I'm saying? They say, man, control them or castrate them, something, yeah. I beat myself. I supposed I seen DC Young Fly. If you watching, he supposed to be in Africa. He's in Africa now. Supposed to be able to touch it down with him. Yeah. Yeah, about 20 more. I think 20 more minutes. Let me know y'all have any questions or any calls that we missed. Y'all feel free to tap in with us at 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Okay, well on. Spoke it up. Welcome to Fremont Radio.
Peace, brother. Man, first and foremost, man, it's a pleasure and an honor to deal with you. You know, and much respect for keeping the legacy alive, man.
Thank you for calling.
I'm in school right now, bro. And I recently, I was in a class that was called Civil Disobedience, Revolution, and Protest. And I did my final on the co-optation of the Rainbow Push movement. I mean, rather the Rainbow Coalition. That was co-opted into the Rainbow Push Coalition and whatnot by Jesse Jackson. And I heard you just speaking on him as well. Well, you're speaking on Martin Luther King, but I wanted to correlate that and some other things. There's a book called The Plot to Kill King by the lawyer who represented the King family as well as James Earl Ray. And they discovered that, Jesse Jackson was a part of that conspiracy as well, and of course, he tried to not only fill Dr. King's shoes, but your father's shoes as well, and the government tried to position him, as like, the leader of the Black community and whatnot. And he's actually the person who's responsible for the term African American, that was all just, a play to try to integrate us with the status quo and the system at large when we were, making moves to become more independent. But I just wanted to ask you about, just the Rainbow Coalition and the legacy about that. How, we were really connecting the dots between all of these different point oppressed communities, and people were really moving on the state, and just, they really inspire like the Occupy movement, everything that's going on today, all that stuff, it's a continuation of what was kicked off in the 60s, and, like your father said, man, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill a revolution. It's the same things going on, but it seemed like they just, kind of wrestle the movement away from, the hands of the original founders and whatnot. But, like I said, man, kudos to you for, keeping the party alive, man, and just keeping the boots on the ground, man, and the boots on their neck as well.
Revolutionary, appreciate you calling in. When you calling in from, bro? If you don't mind, let us know where you calling in from.
Calling in from Iowa. I'm out here in school right now, but I'm from Chicago. I'm from Harvey. I'm from out south, man. I've lived all over the city, man. Top to bottom. Rogers Park to the west side, Garfield Park. Like I said, all the way to Harvey.
Come touch down with us when you get back in the Hampton House, man. I don't even know what that said. That's the Hampton House is in Maywood, but I'm saying my office is the streets. So I'm all over. Come touch down with us. How old are you, brother?
I'm 33.
Okay, right on. Okay. I just hey, Fremont. These are just more people just tapped in with us. Right on. We're Fremont. Let me tap in with you. Young brother called in a minute ago, right? And he came up the whole thing, well, his question was in regards to anger and the politics, a political analysis. A lot of times you look, like I tell people, say this stuff it seems so like clear cut on how, what I'm saying. How, like I said, I mean, as we speak, it's some dynamics in place, and but you can see similarity. Like we have a chapter in Brazil, and I recall we went there, and I was pointing out different forces, who they going, how this go, and they like, damn, how you know what I'm saying, and there's I was like in this, like even this situation with the legacy of the Black Panther Party, even down to some aspects to the physical attribute, physical characteristics. You can say, damn, this is some of the same dynamics like in the music industry. You can look at Drake. You know what I'm saying? You can draw certain correlations. You say, damn, I can see this before. Because there's nothing new under the sun. And the politics gives you the ability to look, to not take the dynamics as like personal, but you can see like they have psychological. Okay, I'm going to go this term too. Psychological profiles. They they tap into our communities. You know what I'm saying? And they and like in the prison is like Minister European Union says a microcosm of the outside community. Psychological profiles on what conditions would, you know what I'm saying, basic general conditions and definitions, what would spark an uprising, what, you know what I'm saying, what, you know, what, like even, and they study us to a point that they even know, like even places like Quantico, Virginia, they say, the feds, they say it's a certain dynamic, like the, what's wrong for the decibels or the tone in your voice, you know, what taps into our people. And you know, like it's not like you know, like some comedians make a joke, they make light about it, but it's a certain truth. Like you, like in the church, you know, what I'm saying, it's a certain feeling we get. You know what I'm saying? When they hit us in the church, you follow what I'm saying? And our movements, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, and like our movements, I mean, every dynamic. I'm talking about every dynamic about coming to, you know what I'm saying, taking that dynamic of self-determination from us. And you look at certain ingredients that you say, this look familiar, but don't deal in absolutes either though. Because I tell you, look at a subjective person, like, okay, this person, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm real careful, like one of the struggles right now. I'm invited to speak at an event, and I was just laying, I said, listen, structure identifies state shit and stops all the bullshit. It's structure. I see these are some of the safety guards I want to put up. Because if not, this the type of dynamics, because we all, you know what I'm saying, with their egos, opportunism, different dynamics of, you know what I'm saying, what's the defining factor? Certain, like people say, well, it's just a difference of, difference, or people don't like each other. But I talked to sister earlier, and she said, well, Chairman, the church really does the same thing like the I said, no, I beg to differ, all due respect. I say certain entities cannot touch the politics of it. That you know what I'm saying, we relate to what Lenin of the Russian Revolution said, that we view situations individual, how you view yourself and how the state views you. That's the it's kind of like Face to the Ghetto Boys that said, motherfuckers will disrespect God before they disrespect the law. You look at, you know what I'm saying, like people how they, like even all you see how quick Mark Zuckerberg flipping the script now about, you know, this fact checking shit. You seen that yesterday?
No, I don't think so.
Now Trump had a quote unquote meeting with him. U.S. President Trump had a, now you seen they already changed the policy. It ain't been a court changing the policies, like how they first had this thing, like, you know, they were arbitrarily throw out this fact checking, like throw this stuff, like you put up a post and they would say this got to be fact checked or whatever. It's real arbitrary. You know what I'm saying? Even because we think it's a machine, but it's still it's a policy to that. Like I tell people with AI, they know to put a white man's voice. You know what I'm saying, behind AI. You know what I'm saying? If it was a black person, you won't believe it. So all I'm saying, all this to say that we look historically, and you know what I'm saying, the different tactics, the system, you know what I'm saying, they'll use because it's so Machiavellian, but there's certain consistencies with it. You know what I'm saying? Like even with movements, it's okay. The slander, you know what I'm saying, to pay you off, or the last resort to the revolutionary happy hunting ground, and to be. And Malcolm gave it gave knowledge of the March on Washington. Like the Malcolm had a March on Washington that was initially organized by the people. Then, you know what I'm saying, they said we're gonna shut it down. But that's only for no one entity for them to come in. It's because that time they come in, and some folks be naive, and some folks have actually nefarious intent. And you know, Chairman Fred would say, man, half these motherfuckers be crazy, rest of them be agents. By the time I figure out which one is, I've been in the penitentiary to the graveyard. So we not, you know what I'm saying? So we have to become clear. Like this is we demand we fight for self-determination. And sometimes because I'm gonna bet my soul with you. They listen family members, you know what I'm saying? They listen, and they listen family members to be utilized as weaponry to hijack this legacy. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we gotta be, it's like garlic, the politics, so you're not, so it's a message, you know what I'm saying, to who, man, it's a song I did for the 50th anniversary of Black Panther Party. And man, it was going through some, I mean, I'm thinking back, man, I can tell you, the battles, you know what I'm saying, the organization that have been funded. Man, they had a group of people in Chicago that they had looking like us, talking like us. I'm talking about, I heard them on YouTube one time talk, said, that sound like me. You name it, they done tried it. They done sent agent provocateurs at us in skirts, pants, you name it. You know what I'm saying? But to be consistent, so and you know what I'm saying, and never could it be defined as an individual subjective thing. You know what I'm saying? I have an issue with this person, but it's like we stand for the love, for the legacy, the love of our people. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know if you heard to this brother. You heard Doc Satchel, Minister Doc Satchel?
I don't think so.
Check him out, man. This is, man, Deputy Minister of Health, Ronald Doc Satchel. It's a clip that's floating right now with him, man. I mean, hey, man, brother, got a young face. In fact, he was in school. I forgot I forgot what campus he was on. He heard Chairman Fred speaking. He left school. I mean, literally. Man, he ran this medical center not with an iron fist, but with a love for the people. Deputy Minister of Health, Ronald Doc Satchel, one of his most famous presentations. He said, we the Black Panther Party, we're not talking about overthrowing this system, we're talking about heightening their contradictions so the people themselves can see the injustices. You know what I'm saying? Man, he was so phenomenal, man. He out of the survivors, they shot him the most. And I don't believe that was by coincidence. He had the people's advocate. Well, I was just talking about this event we had yesterday at the school. I mean, at the hospital on the west suburb. They told you they want, elected officials and community people to come through and observe. That Mr. Health makes sure help Dr. Satchel, the people's advocate, will make sure they taught you with respect. And man, Google, check him out, man. Phenomenal brother though. But
yeah, I just checked him out, man. This cat was he was a part of NASA too.
Huh?
So he was a NASA astronaut as well.
Doc Satchel, or was that Sundiata Acoli? You look at Ronald Doc Satchel. Type in Ronald. Type in
Hampton, Virginia.
No. Type in Ronald Doc Satchel, Black Panther Party. He was a Deputy Minister of Health.
All right.
Pull him up. When I'm describing, you see a visual that's gonna really help us. That Deputy Minister of Health, Ronald Doc Satchel.
Gotcha.
You got him? You got him pulled up?
Yes, sir. I'm about to do the knowledge. Minister of Health.
The Minister of Health, man. He was a deputy because he was on Illinois chapter. This is my godfather also. Hey, my sister Tyre, free them all. Monique said, free them all. See y'all in the bill. Yes, indeed. He, man. And there are no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. There are permanent interests. And man, our interests are the people, man. And you get to see these forces, and it's the cloth we cut it from. And you know what I'm saying? And so, because like Chairman Mao Zedong say in the Red Book that the reactionaries they'll attempt to rear their ugly heads over and over again. So the tactics, there are certain core consistencies. But man, and you don't know, they come in, there's like slight one word. This is they paraded these cats around to take the rainbow, man. We got to do so much damage control, and you know what I'm saying. But you that dynamic of laying it out, the question of race and class and country, and a lot of people they tried, and I think you ain't gonna work like how the old saying goes, you ain't gonna sell this, it sells itself. It's the politics is like a garlic. You know what I'm saying? Once it defends, it's like it's protective. You know what I'm saying? It's something like once we educate the political side, the people, you can't sell it. You know, and we welcome contested conditions. When they try to, when they come for it, you know what I'm saying, the co-opt, to water it down, the change, it makes something to be. The next thing is we have what we call Marcus Garvey said. When all else fails to organize the people, the conditions will. The conditions will. And so sometimes the state, they'll get a little more leeway, a little more playtime with the utilizing the class or, you know, or the race contradiction. You know, so, okay, like I said, the initial march on Washington, it was to the masses of people, so we're gonna shut it down. So when the ruling class said, let's make it something to be, but you know what I'm saying, then that gave them a little more leeway, the breathing time. But man, the conditions said, no, this man is still the fangs of imperialism. It's still its true nature. What it got to do. It may be delayed, go around, but that's what they do. And you know what I'm saying? That's the what's unique about, we say hiding the contradictions. We led, and you go back, like Malcolm said. Malcolm talked about who assassinated President Kennedy when it first went down. He said, "Oh, he paranoid, he crazy." Oliver Stone make a movie about it. You know what I'm saying? Was, you know what I'm saying? He's using hypothetical situation, but these dynamics you can push them on the road so long, and sometimes people can we be too hard to handle. You know what I'm saying? They can't grasp it from us. You know what I'm saying? They grasp through different venues, different entities. But you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say that, like they'll take certain definitions and switch it around, because one of America's policies is to create chaos and then restore order. Create chaos and then restore order. So they will give you a different definition of what the Rainbow Coalition is. But the deal is, you know what I'm saying, when he done it, it was a revolutionary act. We see politics is like real estate. You're taking into account the time and the location, you know, all of that. When did he do it? Who he done, you know what I'm saying, what forces? You know what I'm saying? The Young Patriots were so reactionary, they were wearing Confederate flags on their jackets. You did? And you know what I'm saying? In Chicago, Dr. King himself said, he said, man, he'd been in Alabama, another place, he had never seen nothing to this extent in regards to the racism in Chicago. So you welcome that. See, a lot of people, like even with the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, we had a lot of struggles. Like a lot of people in the movie industry, they go back and reference books and intellectuals. It's certain shit that you can't get for no books.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain. It's like like this internal struggles, all that. So we hold to the line. It's certain dynamics, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to hijack, man, they try to hijack this legacy, man, incapable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they try to put individuals in our organization, so they're gonna cause a split. I said they're incapable of doing that. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a certain thing, like a certain vehicle is designed for certain, is built a certain way. And like you meet some people on the street, they no, man, you're not built for that. You know what I'm saying? You're not built for that, you know, and they can try, they can repeat it, they can do this and that. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's like imitation is the biggest form of flattery, but you know what I'm saying? But it's certain dynamics, man. It just like I've talked to people with the Rainbow. A lot of people don't know, like a lot of people don't know about the black organization, the street tribes that was involved in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, and it wasn't just no, just like just we come by and you know, we sing Kumbaya, you know, we all drink tea and show some bean bags together. It was some contradictions that went down. So intense, you know what I'm saying? I tell people, even with us organizing today, people like, man, Chairman, what you doing? Man, it's some humbling stories. I tell you, I've been stuck in cities and locations on a one-way ticket. You know, I was gonna get back. I'm gonna give this analogy. When you heard this, I talked about this analogy a few times. About 14, 13, 14, the guy was telling everybody he's Chairman Fred's son. The lady told me, the young lady, she said, man, I met your brother. Said, my brother? Said, yeah. Where he at? So I found, man, I track him down. I said, hey, my man, how did you for a minute? I said, you telling people that you Chairman Fred's son? He said, my brother, I'm Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son. He said, I'm Larry Hoover's son. He said, I'm Jeff Force. I said, excuse me. I said, brother, I'm the who your mother had a relationship with. He said, oh, bro. I said, I was hoping I had a sibling, so you can take half of the heat that come with this. You know what I'm saying? We welcome that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people be saying this and that. And hey, like I said, we do, but in certain times, the clarity. My concern about distinguishing what's what, because if it's some people, if it's their first rodeo, they want to ride no more because they come in. That's why they give people the bad impression. Like you meet a lot of, I tell a lot of people, a lot of sisters you come in contact with, their first contact with a black male, not a black man, was messed up. So you know, so they stick and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They come in and be able to distinguish. I done met people who have been burnt. One time these people inboxed me one time, lady say, well, I donated some money to some group, the Fred Hampton Gun Club. I said, okay, what you calling me for? Well, I'm just saying. I said, no, we have to. I'm telling the Black Panther Party Club. Well, I seen this and they didn't do. I said, whoa. You can look through the telltale sign. They want connected to us. I say, you have to tighten up your political muscle to be able to recognize live from Memorex. You know what I'm saying? And I said, but the deal is, and there's certain people, their first contact, they you know what I'm saying, they get burnt, but we can't be out there babysitting people either, though. You know what I'm saying? People have to get their wheel up to be able to pick up and say, wait a minute, that's the real deal. That's you know what I'm saying? Like some people say, like a guy was doing an interview, say he concerned about AI, artificial intelligence. I said in the interview, so why? What's your concern? He said, man, what if I'm sitting out? He said, what about if my daughter get a phone call and they get my voice on there and talking to my daughter and they telling her, you know, man, daddy said blah, blah, blah. And I told someone, I said, we had to tighten up the relation. You have to tighten up the relation that your daughter has to know you past your AI. See what I'm saying? We have to be able to pick up on, no, that's not the Black Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? No, that's, I don't care. It's certain things that we have to, man, and see, one thing in our community in particular, is not this, it's a non-acknowledgement of, like I say, when I first heard about the fires in California, my first mindset, okay, man, probably some population control, something that's the system. A lot of people hear me and say, oh, here come Chairman Free. He always want to blame the white man or blame the system. And we do. Look deep enough. Go. You better believe it. Some I don't care if you think there's some other organization popped up. Who funding them? Who backing them? Who playing? Who benefits? And believe me, it's there. It's there. You know what I'm saying? And see, I watched this thing on YouTube last night, and this cat was with the Mexicano Mafia. He was explaining how they train it. He was explaining how they train and go. He said, man, when they first come in, they train. He said he got the same parts of the body that I wasn't even familiar with. He said, like in the jail, you know how to, you know, when they fight, who they stab a person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you thought you were talking to some physician. No, this cat is in a joint, breaking it down. And I remember back situations in the infamous Cook County Jail. Certain other communities would come in and they would go right to the cell and you would hear them tearing the beds. Like, what they doing? Oh, that's mandatory with them. Defense. You look at other communities, you know what I'm saying? You hear about them funding these different, you know what I'm saying, the organizations. Man, you look at, we don't even, I tell people, I say, man, it's not even a thought of us that we under attack. It's not even a thought. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big party. They ain't talking about the Black Panther Party. I'm talking like a joke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you hail at Beta, hope, you know what I'm saying? So then when dude come down, who's gonna save you? The Democratic Party, Republican Party, man. We had an entity. It was backed up with the Black Panther Party. I tell people, man, you go back and look at the pictures of Minister Huey P. Newton, man, Dr. Huey P. Newton, man, when he met with Yasser Arafat, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. I'm talking about, man, I remember, I can detail you his coat, the double-breasted coat, the glasses, Minister of Culture, Emory Douglas, Minister of Health, Ronald Doc Satchel, as a delegation. I went to Africa, the delegation, man. That's a whole other story though, man. I see the seriousness. We had that. We had a community, man. When Barry Gordy told Marvin Gaye they didn't want that song to come out, Marvin Gaye, man, he had the back of the people, the community. We had an entity, a force to be reckoned with. Man, go back and look at Attica, September 9th, 1971, when the joint got locked down, when the uprisings happening. Man, you know what the prisoners said? We want a contingent to come in here. We want an oversight committee. We want Chairman Bobby Seale, the Black Panther Party come here, man. Man, we had to suffice for no man. What? We had an entity, and you better, Richard Pryor talk about how you come through, donate to the Black Panther Party free breakfast program. You know what I'm saying? Man, you could, man, all these, man, you could, man, the fun, it was, man, when they assassinated the chairman for the Fisker and Amon Clark, and they locked up Deborah Johnson and the rest of the survivors, man, people was ran past the police, throwing money at the police, get that pregnant lady up out of there. You know what I'm saying? We had our priorities correct. You know, you had a support base. You know what I'm saying? Man, it was a record. It was something happened to you. As soon as your first thought, man, what happened? You know, man, all this, man, the state was involved in it somehow, some way. And I'm gonna close with this. It was a climate where, even under attack, it was a clarity. It was a climate where the conscious level was related to what William Thoreau said in Civil Disobedience. He said, in an unjust society, the only place for a just man, we're going to paraphrase it, a just man or a just woman was prison. It was a same. You ask a child back then, where your mom at? She on the run? Where your daddy? He locked up? It wasn't no, I ain't got no daddy, you know what I'm saying? Or my mama and my dad. Man, it was a clarity. It was conversations going, what's happening in Vietnam? What's that? And sometimes it can happen in reactionary way. You see people not talking. See, listen, you see people now, man, they get a crash course. You know, it's reactionary about politics. Man, you know, I say politics. How do gas prices? What's happening internationally and nationally, how does it impact you? Ain't no more subjective. Well, I'm just worried about what's going on right here on my block. Man, you better look. Ain't no the end gonna get so up. People gonna look at you crazy. You ain't got time to be on no bozo shows about who wives, who going to bed with who this trivial pursuits. Stakes too high. Stakes too high. And it being up. Brother, hey, I want you to stay in contact with us. We're going to cub on out, man. This has been fun. I appreciate you and the other callers. I appreciate you tapping in, man. And, man, brother, stay in contact with us, man. With great call, man. To you, the other callers, and to the people in general. Revolutionary love and respect, man. We need y'all. We're going to start working this podcast, too. At the halftime, we here on Wednesdays here, man. Fremont Radio, man. We got to up the ante, y'all. Get up the ante, man. Keep your heads up, your eyes open. And your fist clenched. What's the call? Free them all, y'all.
I'm gonna definitely tap in with the Hampton House when I get back to the city now.
I'm looking forward to you, young brother, man. Hey, man, check out Deputy Minister of Health Ronald Doc Satchel, man. Check out Spurgeon Jake Winters, man. These are some of the not role models, real models that we can relate to, man. But I look forward, man. Pull up on us, man. Pull up on us, man. Real talk, man. Let's make history. Let's take history. Let's take history, man. What's the call? Free them all.
Can I add one more thing?
Yes, sir, young brother. Yes, sir.
With the the principle of heightening the contradictions, I think that of course that was necessary in order to get the material conditions that we needed to improve the communities and whatnot. But I feel like that was also an opportunity for the government to co-opt those movements. We kind of relied on them to not really. We did kind of rely on them to take on these programs to a certain degree. Well, we also forced them to do that, but at the same time, I think that reliance kind of made it too easy for them to come in, and replace that leadership. I think we were on the right track when we were trying to become a nation within a nation. And when we had, all those different organizations going. Now we don't have too many organizations. Back then, man, we had almost 100 organizations, you know what I mean? Everybody was focused on what they was trying to do. And we were moving in the same direction. But now I feel like, man, we've kind of accepted this second-class citizenship, and just the status quo for what it is. Because ultimately the system is designed to maintain itself. So, it's colonialism.
Well, let me say this to you, brother, I'll close out. Let's be real careful. A lot of times, black people, we speak French too much at the wrong time. We were saying we. First of all, be real clear. We got to see North Korea, they start drawing lines. They said South Korea, North Vietnam start drawing lines. And all of us don't have the same interest. We should be clear on that. And also, we took some major hits, bro. They took, they took out, they decimated, they see, we just can't talk. They continue, like one thing they said when George Bush Sr. was in place, they said in Iraq at one period, over 71% of the population was under 17 years old. So you had like a whole generation, you know what I'm saying, who didn't know what was going on before then. You know what I'm saying? So that was a strategic hit they done us. You know what I'm saying? They did strategic strikes. So a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I mean, it was a climate. That's what we say. We had a great grandchildren of God, the offspring of Malcolm and the Cubs, the Panthers, to help draw that lineage. A lot of cats don't have. You look at them old pictures, old video shoots a while ago. When a lot of when police was shooting and beating these kids, these children in particular. Look at their face. They shocked. A lot of their parents didn't tell them what went down. See, in Nazi Germany, they charge you with child abuse if you don't tell your child having a gas chamber. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people, man, I used to get laughed at. You know what I'm saying? Man, they think he back in the 60s. Even a lot of people don't have no concept. They, you know what I'm saying? Or what happened before then. You know what I'm saying? So it was a strategic hit. So they wiped, they came in, they wasn't shooting the dice. You know what I'm saying? We get those forces, that's a price we pay in struggle. They stood up. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm riding a funeral. I'm surprised I'm still here. I ain't gonna lie to you. However, to leave a legacy is more important than life. There's certain people can't heal with those examples until certain conditions hit home. Like your mother told you a lot of stuff. And you can say, damn, I remember she told me this. You know what I'm saying? So certain things have to happen. You know what I'm saying? They not only, like you said, they came and gave certain concessions. We have to do what Franz Fanon said. Be able to accept the concessions that compromise our principles. And people get involved in struggle, become conscious one of three ways: inspiration, aspiration, or desperation. So these intense times are necessary, but again, we can never. You know what I'm saying? The standing up for self-determination. They not, man. It's a price to pay for that. We got to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? They took out certain forces to be able to come in and hijack certain things. A brother told me, a leadership, one of the major street organizations, he told me before. He said, "Man, you crazy, man, to down for the people." I said, "I'm crazy. Niggas down for cars, drugs, and other shit. You said something wrong with me?" So you look, see, it's one thing to look back in Monday morning quarterback and say, man, we should do, but I tell people, put in context what's going on, what was our options. You know what I'm saying? So it was going down. It's, you know what I'm saying, we have to put in context that dynamic and say, man, the options. We you know what I'm saying, to struggle with certain moves, you know what I'm saying, that people can't grasp and they man can't relate to. You know what I'm saying? But the moves that these forces took, and it was clear. You know, so all of them weren't clear. You know what I'm saying? Because some people need to know basis, believe me. Because you tell some people that was going to go down, they're going to be 100 miles and running. But there was some forces who said, no, I know they would take you out for standing for self-determination, though, man. But this system this ain't the first time it's happened. Listen, I'm gonna say this, brother. They got people trying to hijack the Black Panther Party legacy. These people don't know these people's real name, brother. And some don't even mean no harm. I'm watching them. They got people who don't even, they literally come and trying to hide, like I'm talking about today, with all this social media. They had social media back then. Let me close out. I know we on time. Hey, brother, hey, love and respect. Tap back in with us, man. Let's connect. Let's follow up, brother. Right on. Right on. Free them all, man.